Today we have a situation here, and I'm not even joking, because after looking at Nicole's latest kit info and the new Sandrone info, I can already see what Hoyoverse is doing. They are setting up back-to-back bait banners. And if you don't think properly right now, your Primo gems are gone. So hello, it's me, your Arlecchino, and today we're talking about Nicole's latest kit details and Sandrone's newest info. So grab your snacks, because yeah, this one is going to hurt. Let's start with Nicole. From the latest info, Nicole is shaping up to be a very interesting but also very controlled support. At C0, she is a shielder with around 80% ATK scaling, which already tells you she's not a pure defensive unit. She's mixing offense and utility. On top of that, she provides additional damage, and this is not normal damage. This falls into the same category as Xianyun-style additive damage. Now, this is important. This extra damage has a hit limit and a trigger interval, so don't imagine something broken, like infinite fast hits, scaling out of control. It's more structured, it triggers in intervals, and it scales using the on-field character's crit stats. That's actually very interesting, because it means your DPS character directly affects her output. It's also being compared to Xingqiu, or Yelan-style coordinated attacks, but without elemental application. So she's not enabling reactions through that damage. She's just adding extra hits on top of your main DPS output. Her skill triggers ATK buffs, and her burst triggers the additional damage. So her kit is split between buffing and dealing extra coordinated damage. Now let's talk constellations, because this is where things start getting spicy. C1 increases her extra damage portion significantly. C2 gives around 20% resistance shred, plus other effects, and then C6 gives around 20% DEF shred, and further unlocks her full potential. So clearly, C2 and C6 are her major power spikes. She also provides DMG percent buffs, which makes her a layered buffer, not just ATK. But here's the catch. She does not benefit from amplifying reactions with her extra damage, and there's no current info suggesting crit rate or crit damage buffs in her constellations. So she's strong, but she's not completely broken. There are also some restrictions. She needs at least 2 Hexerai characters in the team, plus another condition that sources say is not very impactful. So compared to other Hexerai units, she's actually one of the least restrictive. And yes, she's confirmed for version 6.6 alongside Loan, who is expected to be a standard character. That part is coming from reliable sources like Full Stop Chan. So overall, Nicole is looking like a structured support, not a Bennett replacement, not a broken universal unit, but a very solid, controlled buffer with coordinated damage mechanics. By the way, I'm doing a 15 Welkin Moon giveaway at 55k subscribers. We are so close to hitting it, so hype the video and subscribe. Also, hit quick sub if you play these games. God of Victory Nikki, Arknight's Enfield, Genshin, Impact, Backup, and NTE links are in the description and comment section. Now let's move to Sandrone, and this is where things get scary. Current info points to Sandrone releasing in version 6.7 as the main new character. So she is literally right after Nicole, and already you can see the trap. You pull Nicole, and then Sandrone shows up. Now her element is still debated. Earlier info pointed to Geo and Lunar Crystallize, but more recent info is leaning toward Electro with a focus on Superconduct. And if that's true, this is actually huge, because Superconduct has been one of the most ignored reactions in the game. Her kit reportedly involves entering a special state where she converts accumulated crystallized damage into a single massive damage instance. And this damage doesn't follow normal DMG bonus rules. So we're looking at a completely different damage formula. That alone makes her very unique. She's also being described as a sub-DPS, similar to Inefa, with reaction triggers happening roughly every 6 seconds. And if you increase cryo or electro application, you can speed that up. But the most important part is her role. She's not just a DPS. She might be a reaction enabler that reshapes how Superconduct works. Just like how Bloom and Hyperbloom were redefined by specific characters, Sandrone might do the same for Superconduct. And some comparisons are already calling her meta-defining level. Now, that might be exaggeration, but even the possibility is enough to make this patch dangerous. There's also a small lore detail saying she might not even be called Sandrone on release, similar to how Scaramouche became Wanderer. But that info is marked as suspicious, so take it lightly. But one thing is confirmed, she is coming in 6.7, so now, the the real question, what do you do? Do you pull Nicole, or do you save for Sandrone? And here's my honest opinion. Nicole is good, she's solid, she's structured, but she does not look like a must-pull. Sandrone, on the other hand, looks like a potential game changer. New reaction focus, new damage system, unique mechanics. That's the kind of character that shifts the meta. So if you are a long-term player, if you care about future teams, if you want value, saving for Sandrone is probably the smarter choice. But again, it depends on your account. If you need a strong support right now, Nicole is not a bad pull, especially if you're building Hexarai teams. But if you can wait, 6.7 is looking way more impactful. For me, I'm confused. I'm not even going to lie. My wallet is already cooked, and now I have to choose between Nicole and Sandrone. And knowing Hoyoverse, they will make both tempting. So tell me in the comments, my cuties, who are you pulling for? Nicole now or Sandrone later? Because this decision is going to decide your entire Nod Cry setup. Prepare your primos and choose wisely. Peace out.